everybody. So this is an unannounced very first live. So I'm going to hang out here for a minute with you guys and see who might jump on with me. I just decided to do this like spur of the moment. So I wanted to see what you guys think about some of the kits that I have coming up that are available to play with. I also wanted to talk about my spending freeze. I've only broken it once this whole month, but I did break my spending freeze. So, hey everybody, thanks for joining. I'm so glad y'all are here. Because this is completely unannounced, I'm just gonna give it a few minutes and let people join in. I wanted to show you guys some kits and talk about my spending freeze, how I accidentally, well, it wasn't an accident, but I broke my spending freeze, but only one time this month. It was a trifecta, so I wanted to share that with you guys. And maybe we'll do a little crafting too if you guys are up for it. So let me look at the comments. I've never done this before. So let me see what we got here. If you're here and want to say hi, say hello, and I will try to watch the comments as we kind of bounce down to my desk and see what I have for you guys. So let me see. Let me switch you guys around and then we will get to crafting and picking a kit. So give me just a second. Hey, Mary. Aw, I'm so glad you're here. I'm trying this live thing out. I have never done it before. So, yeah, wish me luck. I'm glad you guys are here. Hold on just a second. Let me switch this camera. Okay, I know. That was entertaining, right? I just didn't want to make you guys dizzy. So, I've got the things that I broke my spending freeze for. It was totally just a moment of it. Like I said, it was a trifecta. So, what happened was Jamie from Not Too Shabby posted, "Hi, Mary. Oh, I've got two Marys." You ladies are so sweet. I love reading y'all's comments. I'm so glad y'all are here with me. So, yeah, Jamie posted that she had the new Stamping Bella, and I have been doing so good on my spending freeze. I haven't spent anything until I saw this collection. So, you guys, I am a huge fan of Stamping Bella, and I loved these icons, and it was from Jamie's shop, the Not Too Shabby shop, where you can get a discount. So anyone can get 10% off in her shop just by using the Jamie. It's a code, JAMIE. And so it was like, I'm just going to get a discount and get these. So I just couldn't resist. So the first one here is Bob Marley. Hey, Marianne. And so funny story about me, I'm married to a Jamaican. And I met him because I used to work for a reggae band, traveled all over the United States with them. And so Bob Marley just is close to my heart. And I just, even if I never made a card with this, it would be in my collection. So I got Bob Marley and I got Frida, who we're all artists here. We can appreciate her. And one thing I love about these is the size of them. It's so large. It's just so much fun creating. I really like the oddballs too. So this is the Frida. I got Maya, which is extremely exciting. I just really, really like these. Muhammad Ali. So fun. Hey, BJ. I know, me too, Mary. I love Frida and Amelia Earhart. And just, you guys, like these come, this one is so cute. It comes with the bee and the butterfly, right? And the sentiments are just wonderful. Even if you didn't use the characters, you could use the sentiments. So I also picked up Amelia. I have thought she was pretty awesome since I was a little girl. And now these were not from Jamie. This was from Crazy Paper Chicks D-Stash. She sold both of these together. So she has a little D-Stash in her Etsy shop from time to time. Oh, thanks, BJ. That's so sweet. I really appreciate that. And then this was my free with 60. So the other bonus of shopping with Jamie is, of course, you get the 10% off. She has really good shipping rates, whether you're getting free shipping or not. I think her shipping rates are really fair. And she'll throw in a free with 60. So I got this for free. So yeah, I totally broke my spending freeze, but that was like a week ago and I've been very good. I have only broke it that one time. So I couldn't help myself. I went for it. All right, guys, so I have some kits. Oh boy, do I have some kits. And I'd love to know from you guys what y'all want to see next on my channel. So I have this kit from Love from Lizzie. And I don't normally get this kit. I've actually only bought one of her kits once before. But I couldn't resist, of all things, the shed. So I already have some ways that I want to play with it. So I picked up this kit because I really wanted that shed, and it comes with the dies and cute paper, stencils, embellishments, ephemera, stuff like that. So I know I just did a gardening theme. So I have that one. Let me get my, you guys are so sweet for being here, and I'm just figuring this out. I'm all about the pre-recorded thing. That's how I know what to do. Let me jump in here so I can see y'all's comments more because I want to chat with y'all. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all like that I'm doing different kits. Let me turn that down so we don't have echo. The Ink and Garden Spot, what a cool name. I love that. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad all of y'all are here. And I want to just say, I am so grateful for you guys watching my channel. Like, it has been growing so much, and I just really enjoy the engagement that I have with you guys, and the encouragement is just, it warms my heart in the biggest way that words really can't even tell you how much I appreciate you guys. So I just want to say thank you from the most deep and sincere part of my heart. Thank you so much for supporting me. All right, so I also, the Hip Kit Club, their March packet didn't get to release on time, so they sent it with their April packet. So the other day, I got my March and April kits. These are my last two kits that I'm subscribing to with them right now, just because I wanted to try the cherry on top. And you know how it is. You got to stay on a budget, right, guys? So I have these two kits from A Cherry on Top. This one's kind of a mixture of the Simple Stories, which I already did 8 cards with this. You guys might have seen that video on my channel. So I've already worked with this collection before, and I used up every scrap of it. So I'm actually kind of excited that I got this. And then I really like these thickers. And these are Maggie Holmes. So from her garden party, which is her brand new thing. So I've got this hip kit. And I have this hip kit, which I think this is the April one. Oh, thanks, Mary. I'm glad you know, I think we can be our own worst critics, but one of the things that kept me from ever starting a YouTube channel was my voice. I was like, I don't know if people like my voice. So that's funny that you say that. All right, here is some of the embellishments and things. This kit's kind of fun because it has all this acetate, so we could probably have a lot of fun with that. So it's got acetate and thickers. Now these are definitely more geared towards journaling, I think, and scrapbooking with all the tabs and arrows and things like that. But we could always turn it into card stuff, right? I hardly ever use these alphas, but I am going to try to start using them more often. So I've got that kit. And then these are just extras. So this is something that I really liked about the hip kit, to be honest. Let me move this Love from Lizzie out of the way. One of the things I liked about them is that they do this coordinating basil cardstock. And this just, I am really enjoying having 12 by 12 cardstock on hand so that, you know, we can make all those great slimline cards, and just the bigger your paper, the more we can do, right? So yeah, I love these colors, and I went ahead and grabbed a pack since I knew it was my last month with them. And so I really like that. I think you can buy these without being subscribed to their kit. So I have one more kit to show you guys, and then you guys can tell me, like, spellbinders. This is the March. Let's get that in frame, shall we? Yeah, this is the March kit. I haven't even touched it yet. I took it out of the box. So I still need to make some cards with this kit. Yeah, I'd love to know if you guys would like to see the Love from Lizzie. Do y'all want to see the hip kit, or do y'all want to see spellbinders? Let me know, and this evening I'm going to record a video with one of those kits, so I'll be interested to hear what you guys want to see. Hey Vicky. Hi Denise. Oh, you're very sweet. So another thing while we're sitting here and chatting is I have all these cards that I kind of need to finish. So like these I made during the Texas freeze when we were out of electricity and everything. Okay, I have a vote for the hip kit. All right, hip kit twice. Okay, cool. Yay, I was kind of wanting to work with that one. Next, so I'm glad you guys are saying that. So, anyways, I made these when we didn't even have electricity or anything in our house. And I sat down for 30 minutes, and instead of collecting snow to melt and doing all the survival things, I made some tags and a card. And I shared that on my channel. I actually recorded it because I had a little bit of battery life. But I need to go in. I'd used this foam, and that just really didn't stick. So I need to go in with some hot glue and re-stick down. That one's okay, and I think that one's okay, but I need to re-stick this angel down. And look at this. I used an old piece of jewelry. So my mom volunteers at a thrift store, and sometimes she brings me stuff like this, like the old jewelry that they're going to throw away. She's like, I'm sure you can put it in a junk journal or something. And I did. I just cut this piece up and put it on my card. All right, so I might work on those today. We'll see. The other thing I need to do is I need to go in, and these are all cards you guys have seen probably recently, but I need to go in and add some insides to my cards. So some of these I was crafting really quickly and I didn't add my insides. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like the tags. Okay, so you guys might recognize Christina. She's someone who hangs out in my comment section, and she has a YouTube channel that she's a card maker, and she has a YouTube channel that she's just getting started, and she's so funny. She has a lot of banter. You know, she's completely off the cuff, and I find her to be completely hilarious. So I love watching her channel. Anyways, so she and I have chatted quite a bit and gotten to know each other, which is what I love about my YouTube channel, is having a community. And so that's why I started it. I figured my husband could only listen to me say, "Hey, look at this card," like so many more times, right? I needed someone else to share my hobby with. So that's what I'm here for. Hey, Mary. Good to see you here. So, I ordered these from Christina. She has a handmade shop on Amazon. And aren't they just lovely? I just wanted to share these. I know they're not card making related, but they're from a card maker. She also makes jewelry. And I just love these so much. I'm also going to try to link her channel down below because she is just getting started, but she makes beautiful cards, you guys. And she is just the sweetest, funniest, so, so wonderful. And she even sent me some peel-offs from Love from Lizzie. Wasn't that sweet? Very, very sweet. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I'm going to be wearing these earrings all the time. I love supporting, you know, all different types of artists in our hobby and just all the wonderful people who share this beautiful hobby with us in any way that I can. So I also have these cards that I had made. I need to put some insides on these. This might be like watching paint dry though, if I'm just gluing things in here. I also have these. I need to add some places to write on these so I can actually send them. So yeah, I think I might work on that. I used to make jewelry too, Denise. So actually, when I worked for the reggae band and I traveled all over the United States, I was their manager and I booked all their gigs and I was at all their shows. I collected the money. I kept everything going. I had to manage like 7 guys. Boy, that was a trip. And yeah, so I would make jewelry and then sell it at the shows. And so that was like my little side hustle back then. I'd make up jewelry. We traveled all over the US in a tour bus. And while I was on the tour bus and we were traveling to the next city, I would make up a bunch of jewelry and then sell it at the shows. But I haven't made jewelry in a long time. My daughter has been using my beads and making jewelry though. Okay, guys, so you guys probably already know this, but I get my paper pre-cut at like Kinko's, and I always get 4 by 5 1/4. And I literally like take a whole ream and I just get a whole bunch of this cut at once because you guys probably could tell I mass produce cards at this point. So I get these because I really love working with a card front. And they make a great insert. So with my card bases, for years, I had used a Spring Hill Digital and it's index weight. So it says 110 pound, but it's a little lighter than 110 pound. So I always like to reinforce it with this other cut piece. And I also always felt like that really gave it a finished look. Just having a layer on the inside and having these pieces like this are just so nice because you can layer on top of them like scraps and things. I'm going to show y'all that real quick while we're here. So let's say you had some scraps. Y'all know I've got to have some scraps. I got them everywhere. So let's see. Let's just play here. So if you have these, they're great to finish off the inside of one of your cards. They go great on a card front, right? A lot of times you guys see that I create a card front is what I always call it. I don't know what to call it. But that's what I always have called it. And then I adhere my card front on my card base. So I keep these for all kinds of uses. But one of the great things is when you have this, then you can start working with your scraps and anything that you have, and then you'll always have a nice square that you know you like the size of. So I'm going to tear some paper here. These are just some scraps. Right? And if you adhere this down, like so, and you always have this card front, you can easily trim things off. And not have to measure as much. So I bet we can put that on the inside of one of these cards. How about this one? Right? Let's do that. So I don't like to put any of my cards away until they have the inside completed. And when I say completed, for me, this can complete the inside of this card. I'm fine with that. Hi, Noreen. It's wonderful. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, Mary, I am really liking, you were saying you need a 110-pound cardstock that doesn't warp. I'm really liking the Accent Opaque White. I don't know if you've tried it yet. Let me grab a little bit. Okay, so I know I shared this with you guys in a video, and I think it's when I was showing you on my shelf where I keep the stuff stored. Okay, so I have two different ones. I have this one. Okay, so this is the 120-pound. This is like, to me, this is the replacement for Neenah Classic Crest heavy duty cardstock. This is extremely thick. I know it's hard for me to convey to y'all through the camera how thick this is, but it is extremely thick. Let me see if I can let me grab a piece of Neenah real quick. Okay, here's a piece of Neenah. So it's probably going to be hard, but there's, I think the opaque is actually more white. But it's hard to say. I don't know how long this has been in my stash, so I don't know if that's fair. But for me, it is more white. Let you hear that. You can kind of hear they're basically the same weight versus this is the 110-pound that I was just using as my, see how much easier it is to bend. And it just has like a different sound to it. So this is what these little cards are cut out of. I'm so scientific, right? Anyways, I think that this 120-pound from Accent is a complete dupe and good replacement for Neenah Classic Crest. So if you like something thick, I would definitely recommend that one. There is one step down from it, which is something I've been enjoying and using. And that is, sorry, I'm trying to get my label so y'all be able to see it. So that is the same company. This is Accent. It's from International Paper, Accent Opaque Digital. And this is the 100-pound. And I ordered these off Amazon. They're like $12 or $15 for a ream. And that is a really thick, great paper. So Mary, you might want to try that one out. Oh yeah, I'll show you my, so there's two different ones. Sorry, this is all torn up. I was never planning on sharing this. So this is Accent Opaque digital paper from International Paper. And this one is the 100-pound. So this is not the Neenah dupe. The 120-pound is the Neenah dupe. Right, I know. I really can't tell a difference either. It's, to me, it's a perfect dupe. And then the other thing, Mary, you know, I was always getting the glue lines and it was really irritating. And I kind of switched around and played with different glues. And I'm finding that this Barely art glue does not do that to me. I'm finding that even on this paper, which this paper, this is the Spring Hill Digital, this can show glue lines. So I'm just kind of using up what's in my stash and then I'll go all opaque. But I'm finding that, I'm thinking that this has less water in it than like art glitter glue, but I don't know that. It's only a guess. But it just doesn't show those lines as much. So, you know, you might, if your paper's just not cutting it for you, you might try that glue. I wanted to find a glue, to be honest, because you guys know I like to use all kinds of paper. So I wanted to find a glue that wouldn't give me a lot of problems. My husband's, Dr. Shrub's trying to call me right now. He's trying to talk about plants and he doesn't know I'm doing a live with all my friends. Let's see. Yeah, Mary, I can show you that. Let's see. So there is the, maybe you can do a screenshot. Yeah, and that is the other good thing about the Barely art glue is that it doesn't freeze. So I had ordered the art glitter glue once and I didn't realize that it had been delivered to my mailbox the day before and it froze, and that bottle, it kept turning brown. The glue kept turning brown, even though it wasn't, it didn't have, it only had a plastic lid on it. But I found out later, I think it's because it got frozen. All right, guys. Well, hi, Jamie. I am so glad we got to hop on here and be live together. I don't know if y'all want to see me keep playing with this. I do have a video coming out tomorrow, and I used some mica and Prisma Paste. So I've been wanting mica flakes for a long time. Now, I think these are synthetic, but you can color them. So I played with some mica, and then this is my house live, you guys. Now, my little niece and nephew are knocking at the door. So then I also got this Prisma Paste, which I wanted to show you guys. It's really cool. It's got kind of big mica, like holographic flakes in it. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I'm going to be playing with these in my video tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm releasing a video where I'm using standalone dies and lots of different ways. So that's going to be fun. All right, so let's see. What do y'all want to see next? Should we make a card? Should we just off the cuff make a card? If y'all want to see a card, just let me know in the comments. Or if y'all need to get back to your Sunday afternoon because this wasn't planned, I understand that too. Okay, let's make a card. It only took 2 people to convince me. Okay, let's make a card. Well, since we had the hip kit, we'll just jump right in to the hip kit. I just grabbed, because I had all this loose. Let's play with this. I'm kind of excited to play with this acetate. I don't use acetate often, so this will be a nice little challenge. I was going to do maintenance stuff with y'all, but that's just not fun. That's why it's in a box and hasn't been done yet. I kind of created some rules for myself today. One, that when I make cards from now on, the inside and outside have to be done before they leave my desk. And I have to already go file them away. So I have some place that I file my cards by their category, like a thank you card or whatever. And so from now on, those things have to be done. We'll see if I follow my own rules or not. Okay, let's see. I really liked this ephemera. I wish I could tell you guys like that you could get it off scrapbook.com or something like that. But this was one of the exclusives. So when you see the hip kit up here, I believe that those are just exclusive to them. But I loved this little, all these pots, because you guys know I'm a gardener. So I just loved all of this stuff. It's not going to be spring much longer, so we should probably use this one. I'm a big fan of hot air balloons. I went on a hot air balloon ride one time, and we went over the small town that I grew up in, from edge to edge and corner to corner, and I got to fly over it in a hot air balloon. It was so nostalgic and wonderful. Just an awesome memory. All right. So yeah, I really liked this ephemera. Now I want to see how we can let's use this tag. Right? Let's just have some fun. So let me scoot all this out of the way. Oh, cool. I was just about to ask if anyone else has been on a hot air balloon ride. They're exhilarating. And I'm not like a thrill seeker. I never have been. We had season tickets to Six Flags growing up. I have 4 older brothers. They'd ride every roller coaster and do all the things. And I would sit with my godmother and eat ice cream and just watch people. That's what I wanted to do. That was my speed. I didn't really want to do any thrill seeking. I know. You know, Mary, I was going to surprise my family with a hot air balloon ride last year, and it was going to be like $1,500. So that didn't happen. This paper is so pretty. You guys like that paper? Ooh. I think we need something more like this, though, so that acetate really pops. Let's go there. Yeah, I thought that was a little spendy for 30 minutes to an hour adventure, even though I know how much fun they are. All right, so I've still got my mask or my washi tape on my cutting board. I'm just trimming off this branding strip here. And let's see what size we want to make. We'll just do a mini slimline for now. They're all the rage because they're lots of fun, right? I'm going to make this one 6. Well, I just cut myself a card front. 6 by 3 1/4. Got this. I guess I could have left this in on the paper now that I'm adding it back on, huh? I can tell that this is good. This little bit of blue is just enough to make me crazy. So I got to trim that off, guys. And this paper trimmer kind of makes cutting those little bitty edges off challenging. I'm also going to clean up this edge. There we go. So I'm going to tell you guys an entertaining story. I was cleaning up my kids' bathroom and I decided to clean out their sink, and it was my first time in our new home, and I accidentally lost like the part that goes down into your drain to block it. I kind of lost it down the plumbing. I could still see it, luckily, but every time I tried to grab it out, it just went further and further down. This just happened the other day. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? And I came to my craft room and I was like, okay, there's got to be something in this craft room that's going to help me. Because one thing I thought, well, maybe I could get a shop vac and just like suck that piece back out of the pipe, but that seemed like a lot of trouble. So I came to my craft room and I grabbed my hot glue gun. I went to the kitchen and grabbed a chopstick and I put a whole bunch of hot glue on the tip of the chopstick, and it was just long enough to reach down into the drain and set it on top. And you guys, I saved the day. I totally was able to pull that fixture back out of the plumbing. It was so hilarious. I told my husband, never underestimate a crafter. Oh my gosh. Y'all ever find yourselves doing that? Getting extremely crafty outside of the craft room and using your supplies in a different way? Talk about using your stash in a different way. I've never been so happy to have some hot glue. Okay, I just had a little piece of this. So I got some Happy Mail. I did an exchange of Happy Mail. And I got this really cool big ring that had a lot of miscellaneous ribbon. So I'm leaving that on my desk, and I've just been kind of using it up. And I like this pop of color that this is. This is kind of peach. It's not 100% match, but I actually like the way that looks. Oh, I thought I was going to get the chopstick stuck, but it didn't. I just gave the glue time to cool and dry, and it pulled out that sink drain, the plug for it. It's so funny. All right, you know, these aren't going to give me quite what I want. I think we need more layers on here too. So you guys, I'm going to be on Craft Roulette. Let's see, May 14th, which is a Friday. And I will be on at 6:30. I can't wait. So Craft Roulette, if you guys don't already know, it's been on Facebook for the last year, and it's a crafting game show that's live. So Mary Gunn is the host and creator, and her son is like a producer extraordinaire. And they have created this little crafty game show. It's all live, and she spins a wheel, and then they pick 4 parameters. And so they're going to pick 4 parameters of building your card, and you just craft right there on the fly. I think this is like, I think I'm just made for this kind of thing. Like, it's exactly how I like to work anyways in my craft room. And plus it's just with a bunch of really wonderful, sweet people hanging out in the comments. And then Mary is so fun. So fun. So I am really looking forward to it. I hope you guys will check it out. I'll remind you, I'll put something on my channel. Sorry, I was looking for layers. I'll put something on my channel right before it happens so that you guys can come check it out. Okay, so I didn't pick another layer. I'm just going to trim this off. I was going to find a card base to put that on, but I think I'm going to just let it ride there. I know I want to do more to this. Let's see. I don't know, that ribbon's kind of driving me crazy. You ladies are funny. I know we've got 3 Marys. It's wonderful. Bye, Mary Storvik. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm so glad you got to stop by. Hi, Debbie. So the oops was, well, whoops, oops there too. The oops was that I purchased on my spending freeze. I couldn't resist. I bought some stuff on my spending freeze. I bought some Stamping Bella, so I'm a huge Stamping Bella fan. And they just released some icons, is what I'm calling them. I don't know what they're calling them, but they're oddballs. I'll grab them real quick. So they just released these oddballs that are like Amelia Earhart, Muhammad Ali, Maya, Frida, and there's a Bob Marley. Let me find where Bob went. There he is. And Bob Marley. And so I love Stamping Bella. Sorry, I keep kicking y'all over. I love Stamping Bella, and I love the Not Too Shabby shop, and I love these characters. So I broke my spending freeze and purchased them. I know they would have been there later. I know I could have gotten these at a later time, but probably not from Not Too Shabby. And with the 10% off code, it's always so tempting. Plus, I got free shipping and a free stamp set. So, yeah. But at least I've only done it once this month. And maybe I'll extend my spending freeze by a few days just to make it balance out. Yeah, so that's Stamping Bella. And this is their Oddball collection. So this is Oddball Bob. And I just really like the size of these stamps. They are rubber, so they always stamp really, really nice. I'll prove it. Let me get a big enough block going on. This will do. Yeah, I really like the size of them. I just found one today. I'll grab it really quick so y'all can see what they look like. But this isn't, this is 4 by 5 1/4, just so you know about the size of the sheet of paper. So you can get an idea of how big these are. So the other, I kind of collect Stamping Bella, if you will. They just come out with collections every once in a while. They had an Alice in Wonderland collection, and that one won me over. Well, this is not going to be a great impression here, but that's my bad. I tilted that. Sorry, guys. You're like, this can't be the same person. Oh, yeah, it is. It's me. All right. Sorry, this keeps tilting on me. There we go. So yeah, they're a good size. It's enough to definitely cover your card base. So fun. So fun. Yeah, Mary, you got one? You got one of the Echo Park boxes? That's fun. I have never gotten one before, but I've been very tempted. I don't have a We Are Memory Keepers stamp press. I have the Stamparatus, and then I just have stamp blocks. And I also have the old Tim Holtz. You can't get it anymore, I don't think. But I also have this one from Tim Holtz. I had a Misty. I started with a Misty, and it just kind of fell apart on me. It's not a story you hear very often, but it did. And so I tried these others, and I really like the Stamparatus because it comes with two of these plates, and so you can put, you know, stamps on this side, stamps on this side, plus you can move it at intervals, and so you can, you know, get 4 layering stamps on here at a time and kind of mass produce. So that was like the big selling point for me on this one in particular. That's for sure. The Boy Scout stamp, oh, that was cute. The Boy Scout and Girl Scout were definitely cute. Yeah, I have a Boy Scout story, but I'll save that for another time. One thing I'm going to be working on is I just decided the other day that I'm going to do a journal, like an art journal, but it's all going to be about childhood memories of mine. And I'm thinking I'm going to share that here on my channel. So I have so many wild and crazy stories. And I actually want to write them down in an art journal with them. So you guys might be seeing that in time. Yeah, Mary, you can remove the doors. And that was seriously a big selling point for me because you can remove these and move them down. And so you can do like intervals, then you can switch them over. And then because they give you another one, like if you had, I don't have a layering stamp handy because I just don't use them that often. But then you can bring in this other door and then you could stamp it up to 4 times. So they're super cool like that. I really, really like, this is my favorite stamp positioning tool. I wish they would come out with one that was like a full sheet, but yeah, I really, really like it. Well, guys, I guess I'm going to wrap it up with y'all. I didn't have a ton, but I did want to share with y'all that I had broken my spending freeze. I'm always try to be 100% honest in all aspects, certainly here on my crafting channel too. And so I just wanted to tell you I broke my spending freeze and show you, and then I wanted to find out which kit you guys wanted to see. So I'm happy you want to see the Hip Kit Club. We will definitely work on that. I'll have a video coming out this week for that one. I have one tomorrow for standalone dies, which is really fun. I'm going to show you all different techniques of how to use standalone dies. And I just appreciate you guys so, so much. Your kindness, your engagement. You guys are just, you just make my heart so happy, and you put a smile on my face, and I hope that I return that to y'all, and that this is just a community that's just going to keep on growing and loving and encouraging one another. I will definitely do another live with you guys sometime. I don't know exactly when, but we will try it again. I just had to get my feet wet. So thank you guys so much for being here and sharing your time with me. I hope you all have a really blessed week, and I'll see you next time. So bye, guys. Oh, I'm glad you love the lies. We'll see you later.